Hi, I'm Di. Welcome to my channel. Today we're out in the garden and we are just doing a small job out here. Now if this is the first time you've been to my channel, thank you, welcome. And what you'll find the channel is about is, as it says, home and garden. So I do a lot of cooking, make a lot of recipes, everything's from scratch, make a lot of recipes from the veggies that I grow in the garden. And I also do a lot of work in the garden, both flower garden and vegetable garden. So that's where we are today. We're in my vegetable garden, and I do apologise for the noise. I do live on a very busy street, yeah, I love living here. I love being in amongst it. And so today, the job that I'm going to do is just to look after a small section of my roses. So just behind me here, you can see that I've got a lot of roses growing there in amongst those weeds. As much as I love spring and all the new growth, I don't like the new growth of weeds. So the job today is to weed this bed here, and then I'm going to fertilise it and mulch it. So thank you for joining me, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, all that weeding's finished. It might look fast on time lapse, but believe me, it was hard work. Okay, what I did find though was that this garden bed I do mulch every year, and in the areas where the mulch hadn't broken down much and it was still quite thick, the weeds were just easy to pull out, and there were hardly any. But where the mulch was thin, the weeds had really established themselves and taken over. So that's why I use mulch, because it does suppress the weeds. And what I use for mulch is sugarcane mulch. So I use an organic sugarcane mulch, but before I put that on, I'm going to fertilise. Now the fertiliser I use a lot of different ones, and I try to keep my garden organic. So I'll often use cow manure, composted chicken manure. Sometimes I'll use the, what are they called? It's called Rooster Booster is the product name, and it's chicken manure pelletized. That's exactly what it is. But today I'm using sheep manure. Sheep manure is a very gentle manure to use, and I'll just spread it on the beds, and then I'll put the mulch on top of that. So here we go. Let's put the manure on. So that's it with the manure, that's all on, and now I'll get the sugarcane mulch spread. So here's the sugarcane mulch. What brand do I use? Orico, and it's organic sugarcane mulch. Now it does have a recommended area that this will cover, but of course if you spread it thinly, it covers a bigger area. So I like to put it quite thick, and I'll use this one packet for this garden bed, and this garden bed is quite small, but I do want to put it thick. And if I don't think it's thick enough, I'll come back with another bag another day to do more. So how about we come back when I've spread this? We'll come back when I've spread it all out. And there you have it. The mulch has all been spread. It might look a little lumpy at the moment, but with a few waterings, and I think we're going to get a lot of rain at the moment, I think we've just beat it, with a few waterings or rain, that will all start to break down and flatten down and then look quite nice. So there's the rest of it all the way up there. Now the reason that the mulch is so good, not only does it suppress weeds, but as it breaks down, it adds organic matter into the soil, and you end up with beautiful soil full of worms, full of life, and the plants just thrive.